The invasion of Iraq was a violation of the United Nations Charter. It was done without any justification by the superpowers with permanent seats on the Security Council. Iraq is an independent country and a member state of the General Assembly. How could those countries attack Iraq? As provided for in the Charter, the United Nations should have intervened and stopped the attack. The preamble of the Charter states that armed force shall not be used save in the common interests. That is the preamble that we agreed to and signed, and we joined the United Nations because we wanted the Charter to reflect that. But what has happened since then? 65 wars have broken out since the establishment of the United Nations and the Security Council. 65 since their creation, with the millions more victims than the Second World War. Are those wars and the aggression and force that we used in those 65 wars in the common interest of us all? No. They were in the interest of 1 or 3 or 4 countries, but not of all nations. The preamble says that all nations, small or large, are equal. Are we equal when it comes to the permanent seats? No, we're not equal. The preamble states in writing that all nations are equal whether they are small or large. Do we have the right to veto? Are we equal? So the veto contradicts the Charter. The permanent seats contradict the Charter. Who gave the permanent members their status in the Security Council? 4 of them granted this status to themselves. The only country that we in this assembly elected to a permanent member status in the Security Council is China. This was done democratically. But the other seats were imposed upon us in an undemocratically through a dictatorial procedure carried out against our will, and we should not accept it. The Security Council should quite simply represent all nations in accordance with the proposals submitted to the General Assembly. There would be a permanent seats on the Security Council for all unions and groups of countries. The 27 countries of the European Union should have a permanent seat on the Security Council. The countries of the African Union should have a permanent seat on the Security Council. The Latin American and ASEAN countries should have permanent seats. If we want to reform the United Nations, bringing in more superpowers is not the way. The solution is to foster democracy at the level of the General Congress of the world, the General Assembly, to which the powers of the Security Council should be transferred. The Security Council will become merely an instrument for implementing the decisions taken by the General Assembly, which would be the Parliament, the Legislative Assembly of the world. This assembly is our democratic forum, and the Security Council should be responsible before it. We should not accept the current situation. This is the United Nations, the assembly that includes 192 countries. It is not the Security Council, which includes only 15 of the member states. We are 192 nations and countries, and we are like Speaker's Corner in London's Hyde Park. We just speak and nobody implements our decisions. We're a mere decoration. We just make speeches and then disappear. This is who you are right now.